Welcome back. In this video, we're going to take the bass line that we made in the last video and use it to write a chord. I'm going to make another instrument by clicking on the plus sign and selecting MIDI instruments. Now I'm thinking I'm going to use something that has a nice long sound, like a violin. So I'm going to click over here, select strings, and then scroll down and pick the violin section. It's a little loud, so I'm going to go to the bottom left, click on the fader icon, and then turn the volume down using the fader. I'm going to record a long A, which is the same note that we had in the bass. Now I can click on that pencil icon and edit the notes in the sequencer the same way that we did with the drums. If you press and hold a note, you have the option to copy. Pasting a note so that it plays at the same time as another note creates an interval. In this video, we'll discuss two different intervals. An interval of 2 spaces between the notes is called a minor third. So that's the sound of a minor third. Now, if we move this interval to be 3 spaces instead of 2, we'll get a major third. Wow. Now, the fun of building chords doesn't stop here. You can stack intervals on top of one another to get bigger chords. For example, a minor third on a major third. That's the big sound of a major triad, or a chord with 3 notes. What happens if we reverse the order of the minor and the major third? So what we've done so far is taken a bass note, A, and built 2 different types of chords on top of it, one major and one minor. A major contains A, C sharp, and E, while A minor has a C natural. The good news for us is that many of our favorite songs use the language of major and minor chords. And if we're aware of what chord we're using, we can break it up in many different ways. It doesn't have to be a big long pad like the strings that we have here. For example, I'm going to break up the notes of the chord into the bass line so it's not just A. I want there to be an A, a C, and an E for the A minor chord. As you may have noticed, this created a little bit more motion in the bass line. Combining rhythm with individual chord tones like A, C, and E creates a musical pattern called an arpeggio. Try to have fun experimenting with different combinations of pads and arpeggios.